And I'm live on Facebook. Hey everybody, I am going to be uploading this to YouTube after the Facebook Live happens, so hi to people on YouTube as well. I'm going live because last week I published a video on Friday saying that October 25, I'm going to be launching an online school. And I got some questions. I got some comments asking more about it. And so I wanted to answer a couple questions about Rachel's English Academy and what it's going to be. The main question that I wanted to answer is someone said, are you still going to make free videos? And the answer is yes, absolutely. Every Tuesday, I post a video to YouTube and to Facebook. Those are usually a lesson of some sort, and that's still going to happen. Every Tuesday, you're going to be getting new videos. I have videos coming up soon on placement. I have a video on the BR cluster. I have another challenge that we're going to do towards the end of 2016, so look for that. So the answer is yes, absolutely. Rachel's English Academy is not replacing anything that I am already doing. Hello, people are starting to say hi in the comments. So there's that. Don't worry. Nothing about what Rachel's English already is going to change. There's just going to be additional stuff to work with. So the Academy, the videos are going to be a little bit different. And I was trying to think of how best to describe that. So the videos that you see on Facebook and YouTube, those are the lessons. And when I teach privately, I send my students those lessons. And so the Academy, the videos in the Academy are different in that they are everything that I say to go along with the lesson. It's more of the how to work. And I think of when I'm making the videos for the Academy, I'm thinking of all of the questions that my students ask me when it comes to working with a particular topic. And that's what goes into the videos in the Academy. So it's a little bit more what I say to my students when I'm actually working with people directly to fill in the gaps between the lessons, which is more like what you see on YouTube and Facebook, the lessons themselves. And then of course, there's just going to be more lessons. I'm doing about 4 Ben Franklin videos a month, about 1 a week. And those are everybody's favorite. They're such a great way to study pronunciation. And there's going to be real life conversation that we study and also some scripted conversation. And the reason why we're doing a little bit of scripted is because it tends to be a little bit slower, a little easier to understand. There's not a lot of background noise. There's not 2 people talking at the same time. So there's stuff in the Academy for beginners and also for advanced people, advanced learners. Some of the conversations that we're studying are native speakers just hanging out, my friends, having a casual conversation, and they speak so quickly. So it's going to be great for someone who is already pretty advanced, can understand pretty well, can pronounce and be understood pretty well, but just wants to get a little bit more with the subtle details. Wow, we have almost 100 people live. That's so fun. We just jumped to 107. Hey guys, for those of you just joining, I'm talking a little bit about the Academy. The Rachel's English Academy, which I announced last week, will open October 25. So I'm still putting the finishing touches on it, still doing a little bit of work there, but I have chosen the date, I've announced it, so now I have to do it. October 25 is when Rachel's English Academy will open. And for the first week, you can get in for $10 a month. And once you register for Rachel's English Academy, whatever price you register at, you will keep for the rest of time, unless you cancel. So if you register now, not now, you can't register now. If you register on October 25 in the first week, for the rest of your life, you pay $10 a month unless you cancel. And the price of the Academy is going to go up every 6 months or so. It's going to go up initially after the first week. So I've been looking around at other online subscriptions, other online schools, and I think $10 is a really good price compared to what I've been seeing. So I feel good about that. It was important to me to not make it a huge fee. So we're starting low, $10 a month, and there's new stuff added every month. It's a subscription. So there's not a ton of content in it to begin. There's about 25 videos, and I haven't counted up the hours of audio, maybe 4 or 5 hours of audio. So there's a lot there, but it's not nearly what it's going to be. I have so many lessons planned out that are going to be added to it every month. And then of course there's going to be live classes. So right now we're live. It's amazing. And you can post comments and that's cool, but it's kind of hard for me to keep track of them because I'm talking at the same time. But that's a way for us to interact. But the thing about the live classes in the Academy is that you're going to be able to do more than just add a comment. You're going to be able to actually work with me. So each month I'll have a live class where we'll be talking about a topic, and then I'll be taking some students who are present and I'll be turning on your webcam, of course only with your permission, and then we'll work on a topic. And so then everyone gets to see sort of that mini lesson, how to work, how to improve, and then they also get to see, okay, how is the student doing? Are they responding? Oh wow, that worked. I hear a difference. That's amazing. And so not only will some people get the benefit of direct coaching, but then everyone else gets the benefit of seeing that and learning from that. So that's part of the Academy as well. Yeah, so that was sort of the main question that I saw was, how are these videos different than what we already get? And then also, are you still making our free videos? So I hope that answers that question. I'm planning on going live some in the next couple of weeks, leading up to October 25, in order to answer questions that are coming in. So if you have questions about the Academy, post them to my Facebook page, post them to the YouTube videos about the Academy, and I'll be answering them in live videos. Okay, so someone has just asked, how many lessons per week? Well, okay, I'm adding approximately 8 to 10 videos a month, so it's about 2 per week. And then in addition to the videos, there's audio. So some lessons will be video and audio, so it's going to take more than one day to work with. And actually, that brings me to a really important point. Thank you for asking that question. The Academy is how I want my students that I work with one-on-one. I don't have any of those right now, by the way. Some people are asking, Rachel, can you teach me one-on-one? I'm not doing that right now. But the way that the Academy works is it's how I want the people that I've worked with to work in order to improve. I never give someone a lesson and then the next day say, okay, stop doing that. Now work on this. That is not the way to improve. When I was working with students one-on-one, I would give them a couple concepts to take home to work with the whole week and then bring back to me. And that repetition that I asked them to do every day is what made them get better. And, you know, I saw the difference between the students who got better and the students who didn't. And it's so clear that it's the daily work that made people get better, and it's the repetition. So some people would come to a lesson with me and they'd be so into it, they'd be so great, but I knew that they weren't going to work after the lesson, and they knew they weren't because they didn't have time. So we would have this lesson, it would be fun, we'd make progress, and then the next week we'd do the same thing. And then there were students who would go home and they would work the audio homework that I gave them, and they would come back and they would blow me away. And I would say, how did you do that? And I remember 2 that I'm thinking of in particular would say 10 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day. So that's the way this Academy is set up, is it's the same audio plus some that I would assign to my private students to work on for a week, for 2 weeks. And so it's really important in the academy that the people who are in there know that it's not about getting a new lesson every day and learning a new lesson every day. It's about working every day, but sometimes you're working on what you worked on yesterday, because that's the only way to get better. You know, the YouTube videos, they already tell you how to do something. That is such a small part of what matters in getting better. You have to actually practice your butt off. Can you say that in Facebook Live? I think you can. You have to practice, practice, practice. It's all about repetition. I'm trying to teach myself piano again. I took it forever ago when I was a kid, and my hands do not want to even do a basic scale anymore. It's so sad. And so I'm sitting at the piano and I am working so slowly through a C scale, both hands, whatever. And it's actually a great thing for me to be doing right now as I'm working on the academy, because it is giving me an example of what it's like to learn something with your muscles, to retrain your muscles to do it naturally. I mean, I sit down at the piano and I play these scales so slowly, it's ridiculous. And I do them over and over. And I'm just realizing every time I do it, okay, my body is getting a little bit more used to it. Okay, I'm getting a little bit more fluid with the movement, and I'm just like, yes, this is how my students need to work. And that's why I'm giving you so much audio homework. It's all about repetition. And so there's two ways to approach the online school. One, as soon as you sign up, you get access to everything. So you can be in control and you can work on what you want to work on. And you can be your own boss. But two, if you feel like, well, I'm not the expert here, I don't want to be my own boss, I want someone to show me what to do, then there is one class, one course in the school that every day releases a new thing to work on. And that's where I'm building in a lot of the repetition. Sometimes I'll have you work on the same audio for a whole week. Now, that's not the only thing you're doing. I'm making sure that it's interesting by putting in other things. But within that daily plan course, you have a map for how much you should be repeating the same exercise. Just like I sit down at the piano and I repeat those same scales. So I forget what made me start that whole little story, but Rachel's English Academy, approach it two ways. Work on your own as you want at your own pace, or work with me in the daily plan. I'll be sending you a new lesson every day, what to work on. Repeat, repeat. Learn something new. Repeat, repeat. Okay, that was a great question. Thank you for asking it. If anyone else has any other questions about the Academy, you can post them below. If I don't see them, I'll be able to look later after this publishes. And you know what? I'm just going to say right now, tomorrow, this same time, I'm going to go live again. Okay, so it's currently 11:30 here in Philadelphia. So tomorrow at 11:15 in the morning in Philadelphia, whatever time that is for you, I will go live again and I will answer some questions. But the main thing, the main takeaway is, in the description of this video, I put a bit.ly link, and I hope it's clickable. I don't actually know. But if you click on that link, then it will take you to a registration page, and it's totally free to register for the VIP list. What is the VIP list? That just means you're saying, Rachel, I'm interested in your academy. I'm interested in your online school. So that means on October 25, you're going to get an email. You're going to get reminder emails about what you get when you sign up. And it's totally free to be on the VIP list. If you end up changing your mind and you don't want to join the academy, that's fine. It's just a way that I know that you're pretty interested in what this is going to be. And so click on the link. I'll add it after I go live if it's not already there. But it's a bit.ly link. Click on it, put in your email, and then you get put on that VIP list. Now, if you register in the first week, October 25 to November 2, I'm gonna, in addition to getting the $10 a month, which will go up on October 3, you're also gonna get a couple free little throw-ins, free little extras, freebies, if you will. 3 things. 1, you're gonna get an extra live class. So I'm going to do an extra live class right after that first week of registration, where I'm going to be talking about how to use Rachel's English Academy, and I'll answer your questions. Number 2, a lot of people want downloads of some of the videos, and so I put together a slightly different version than what appeared on YouTube of my job interview series for download. So if you join the Academy in that first week, you get the download of those 5 videos, as well as a PDF. Number 3, the last freebie is fun, and if you followed me last year around this time, then you may have already seen it. I think like 200 people have seen it, but last year at Thanksgiving, I made a Periscope of the meal, and it got a little crazy. I have a big family. There was a lot of good food, but I'm going to be sharing that freebie as the third freebie. So the videos from my Thanksgiving dinner, which happened almost a year ago, and you get to see all of the foods that were passed around the table. You get to hear, you know, sort of like the formalities of what my family did before the meal began, to sort of, you know, mark that as an important moment. So yeah, it's fun. I was pregnant and really tired at the time. I was 8 months pregnant. So yeah, it's interesting. It's a fun video. But so all of those are free if you register in the first week. So if you sign up for the VIP list, then you're going to get lots of reminders about registering in that first week. Okay, someone is saying, this is for intermediate to advanced learners. How do the students know the level? That's a great question. Thank you so much. I would say if you can watch my YouTube videos with the captions and understand pretty well, then you're a good level. If you're watching the videos with the captions and you have to watch a ton of times, you have to watch many times, you have to be looking up a bunch of words, then it's probably not quite for you. But even in that case, you can try it because it's only $10 a month, and if you decide in the first 30 days that it's too hard, you can let me know, cancel your subscription, and I give you the $10 back. I give you back whatever you paid. So if you're not sure if it's going to be too hard for you or if it's going to be a good stretch for you, then you should go ahead and sign up, because I will happily refund you your first month if you let me know within 30 days that it's not a good fit for you. Okay, so guys, that's it for now. Yep, I've been live for about 15 or 20 minutes, and I'm going to cut it off now. And as I said, same time, same place tomorrow around 11:15 Philadelphia time. I'll go live again to answer any more questions. Yes, it is $10 USD per month if you sign up in the first week. If you wait, then the price goes up to $14 a month. So you save $50 a year if you sign up in the first week. Okay, guys, that's it for now. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for being here, and hopefully I'll see you in the Rachel's English Academy. Don't forget, right now, sign up for that VIP list. It is free to sign up. Okay, thanks, guys. See you tomorrow.